Okay, today is Carmen Sandiego, who debuted in 1985 as a video game character. All right, Carmen. All right, so we're going to start with her shape of her face. It's almost like a V in a way. So we're going to come here, bring this down to almost a point. It's going to be a soft V. So soft V, and then you're going to bring it back up, okay? Bring it all the way back up, okay? So it's almost like a V. And then her hat. Her hat is an amazing hat. Man, that brim is like awesome. It almost looks like, I don't know what it looks like. So we're gonna come all the way to their side. Okay, so she's got this big, what does it look like? I don't know what it looks like, but it's fine. It looks cool. And now we are going to do her face, proportion it out because she's looking that way. And then on it, she's got her almond eyeballs. So we've got one almond eyeball, two almond eyeballs. And she has no shiny from the pictures I see in her eyes. If you want to add shinies, go for it. And her pupils are ginormous. So she's kind of looking that way. So we've got her. I need to clean this up a little. Okay. And then inside there is her giant pupil. So it's not leaving a whole lot of room for color, but it works, right? Super job. Okay. So this one, same thing. Okay. Now we're going to do the pupil. Whoa, way too big of a pupil. You know, that's why we have erasers. Thank you for the eraser. All right. Because her eyebrow, you know what's throwing me off? She's got this eyebrow that's coming down into it and it's freaking me out. So we're going to break through that eye and put in this eyebrow. And this might help with the look here. Okay, that is better. And that will be this is going to be completely Sharpied in. Okay, this might help me with my eye. And then we are going to do the pupil here. I'm not making it as big. Okay. And then she's got her eyebrow that's going to come into this side. And then it flings, bloop, little fling up here, and then an extra piece right here, just to look extra cool, right? And then she has her eye. Do you see, the hair? Do you see how it just like swipes right into her eye? So we want it to come right into it. So we're going to take this part of the eye out. And same with down here. It is going to swipe right. We want to still see some white, but not much. It's going to swipe into this. Okay. And then we can erase in there because this is the hair that's swiping down. Watch some squishes, and then this will be Sharpie, 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 Sharpie. Okay. She's looking good. And her nose, I think it's about right here. It just looks like a soft V. And then her mouth, should it be a little higher? Maybe a touch higher. Just a little touch. Because we need to get that mouth. We need to put that mouth in there, and then we'll put the nose a touch higher. And this is her cute mouth. And it's just going to go up and down. And then it's just going to go down on the bottom. That works. All right, that looks great. So now we can erase the T line to help us find out where it all went. When you do Sharpie it, well, we'll get to that point when we get there. We'll get there when we get there. So, all right, so there we got Carmen. Let's work on her hat. So it's almost gonna be like a triangle. Right here. It's going to go down a little bit. Okay. And then, oh, you know what? I didn't do it far enough. Darn it. All right. I got to make this come in a little farther. And we'll make this part here. Her hat's a little tricky. I think, did I make it too far down? You know, we're going to bring this up just a smidgy. Sorry. So sorry. Let's clean this up again. Yours probably looks better than mine, but that's okay. All right. We are going to bring this, but we're going to probably just bring it into about right there. So it's not going too far down. And then we're going to bring this. It's not much of a difference, but it makes me happy. So we're just going with it. And this is going to end up being solid black. I might even make it a little thicker. So this will be Sharpied in solid black. Fantastic. What else do we know about her? So now she's in video games, TV shows, and more. And it started with, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That was how it all started back then. And she's still going on. Okay. Now we can erase this part. We don't need this anymore. All right, so we'll do the brim of the hat and make it go across. And then right here, we're going to go parallel. So it's here, parallel here. And then we'll make this go down to here. There we go. And that's all going to be colored in. All right, that looks good. All right, so now for her. And she's got really heavy eyeliner, so we have to remember that when we're making her look mysterious. But that's the heavy eyeliner. All right, so now we have, don't forget about her little ear here. A little bloop, her ear. And then we're gonna put a little earring in there. All right, you can erase her hair because we're gonna put her hair in. So her hair is gonna kind of whoosh, loop around. And from up here, we'll have it. Okay, great job. And if you want, you can just put some little hairs in there. All right, now we are going to do her neck. You know what? I don't think I gave her much of a cheek. We're gonna bring this cheek out just a smidge. You see how I made her look too skinny. So I just kind of like put a little bit more cheek in there. That's her neck. And then it's gonna come straight across. And then she's got this triangle right here. Why? I'm sure that there's a reason, but I don't know if this is like a necklace or part of like the zipper, but she got a triangle, right? If you know, let me know. And then we're gonna bring so this will be all Sharpied in. Lots of Sharpie. Okay, shoulder and down. And then from here, we're gonna touch right here. It's gonna come all the way down to where that is and then bring it up, jump over the hair, up to the hair. That's her cool looking collar, okay? Yeah, it looks cool. And then it's gonna go across. Cool, she's cool. And then we'll bring this part. I guess I didn't make it in enough, but it's okay, it'll work. And this is her shoulder, and it's gonna come down. All right, so we have this side, so we're gonna go and this part's gonna go out, and then we're gonna make it touch right here. So that works. Remember, this is all Sharpied in there. Sharpie, 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 Sharpie. So we'll get to all that. And this is Sharpie, 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 Sharpie. Now to do her hair. Oh, let's get her shoulder. So her shoulder here, it's gonna jump over, come down. All right, Carmen, looking good. Okay, so let's do her collar. Bloop. And then her other collar here. Fantastic. All right, so she's got her hair. It's going to jump over, and you give it a big fling. Fling. And we'll have her hair come. Maybe it's not going to fling that much. Fling. She does have a lot of hair. Like, you can't even see all the hair she has. She's got so much hair. A little bouncy hair. And what else do we know? She is shroud in mystery and fuzzy backstory. Her middle name is Isabella. Carmen Isabella Sandiego. I was married in San Diego and had my honeymoon in San Diego. I love San Diego. My husband and I would love to retire there. It's amazing. Okay. Now let's see. We are going to do her other fluffy of the hair. Let's bring it down. And you can put another spin off on there and go, ooh. Okay. And now let's do her hair coming out here. So we have this part, but now we need this hair here. And then we could put another hair coming here. Some waves. Okay, she's looking good. Okay, we're going to Sharpie this. And then I'm going to show you how I colored it, okay? And more fun facts. Loving the fun facts. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to use my big Sharpie to color in the rest. Okay, now I'm going to erase. All right, we're going to start the coloring. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do her skin. I'm just doing a base coat. She is tan. She's very international, and she's got tan skin. But we're just going to do a base coat of peach, just to start off with. Of course, she's going to get tanner than that. She is a criminal mastermind and the nemesis to Acme Detective Agency. And you know what's funny? Like, I never knew much about her, but I always thought she was a good guy. But I guess she might be I think she's the bad guy. Is she a bad guy? Let me know. Is she a bad guy? Questions. Okay. So I'm just getting her a nice base coat. We're going to put some more on her, but we're trying to get rid of the white. So now we are going to give her a nice tan skin. She's going to look all tan. She is head of her own crime organization. Oh, see, crime. She's a bad guy. Called Vile, V-I-L-E. Gosh, they just love those. Anyways, oh, this is the brim of her hat. So we're going to go like this. It's going to be darker in there. We're just going to start with tan, and then we might actually even put some like light brown in there. But color this in with this is the tan. We're going to put some more color on top of it, but we're starting with this up here. Awesome. Fantastic. So now we're going to give her little shadow under her chin. And then now we're actually going to color her whole skin lightly with this tan. Okay, because she's tan. She's like an international, woman here. She's popular all around the world. She has a pet cat who also is a villain. That is funny. Wow. It's kind of like, I just did Larry no, because they're clueless. They're kids. But anyways, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so she's got her color nice and tan, and I'm even going to go in with light brown and just make it darker. So the shadow is looking really shadowy. Yeah, how's that for wording? Let's make it shadowy. Let's go around her eyes. Make them really pop out. That's awesome. Okay. Then we'll put some okay, so it's nice and shadowy under there. I might even take this, I didn't do it on it, but I'm just gonna go just a touch with my tan around the outside of her face. Give a little something, something. Okay, her eyes were kind of like a bluish purple. So I'm doing a purple, and then as they come down, I'm just gonna like not even put it in there. See how it's like light? So I'm doing this as purple, and light down there. I'm gonna put a little bit of blue in there. I couldn't tell like what color her eyes were. Are they like grayish? So if you know what color her eyes are, let me know. Then I'm gonna take gray, because we wanna give it that shadow, because they can't be bright because they're under a rim. So I'm just taking the gray, and I'm just gonna lightly put some gray shadow in there. Okay, that looks great. All right, so now we're gonna do her lips red. I'm drawing the whole thing red, and then I'm gonna come in with, this is mahogany or burgundy, and we're just gonna do the top, just the top one. In 1990, Disney bought the rights, and they were going to have Sandra Bullock was going to be the lead, but it never took off. Interesting. That's kind of a bummer. I'd watch it. That'd be fun. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, you know what? I didn't do it in mine, but I think it'd look better. Taking the big Sharpie and just really emphasizing this lush hair she has. Okay, we're just gonna, there, that lush hair, might even, yeah, that looks better. Okay, so all of it is red. All of it is red. You're gonna color this whole thing red. Then what you're gonna do, after you've colored it all red, you're gonna take your mahogany, and wherever there's darker spots, so let me show you. So if this was all red, not the hair, of course. So color everything but the hair red. That's left. Oh, and also that's yellow. Red, 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 red. Just color it all in nice and red. You can color it thick and dark if you want. Do a couple layers. Get it in there. Now, wherever you see the dark red, that's actually the mahogany or burgundy. You're going to come in here and press hard to get those shadows in there. Okay, after you've done the red. This is the mahogany. So you're going to do that everywhere you can see that it's dark. So all of this is red, 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 red. And if you want to even it out, just go over it in different directions. See, it's easier if you just like, just color the whole thing. Now, this part up here, I'm just gonna do a line here with the shadow. Do here, and here. This is all gonna be that dark mahogany. So we're gonna color this all in dark. All of it. All of it. Dark, 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 dark. And for the red, for her brown hair, I did light brown, dark brown, and I'd even probably put some black in there, just to make it darker in some spots, you know, a little mystery. Anyways, it's just a lot of coloring, a lot of red, but you got this, okay? And by pressing down hard, you see how you can see the lights in the dark. It's gonna look amazing. And then when you do the hair, you just want different streaks. Hold on. Oh, that's what platypus hair. Anyways, see how it's dark, dark? So the brown, I would just color the whole thing. See how light this is. I would probably just color the whole thing light brown for a base coat. Just light brown, whole thing. And then we're gonna go in and make the darks. but at least it has a nice base color, right? So color the whole thing in. Okay, fantastic. Now you're going to come in and good job. So then now you can make in these little streaks if you want to make the hair. Whoosh. You can put the color in wherever you want. I might even color this all solid like I did. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Fantastic. Super job. Look at that. So you want to do that all over and just gives it nice streaks in there. But I think it's going to look good. And if you want, you can even take the light brown and then make it even darker shadow. I might do that. So it looks very mysterious in there. All right, I'll see you.